Hi, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. Today I want to talk about how to avoid what I've heard referred to as prepper burnout. I get a lot of people that come to me and say, they've just been at it so long and they've hit a dead spot, a dry spell, and they were just kind of worn out at it. Well, I'm going to tell you how to address that. It's very simple, but the first thing is to realize why you experienced that. The reason is because their preparedness was emotionally based. Now, in a second, I'll explain how to avoid it, and it may seem emotional, but it's not. You can't sustain emotions for very long. If you do it out of fear, if you do it out of anger, if you do it out of confusion or whatever, that eventually is going to dissipate, and it's difficult to maintain a commitment on that basis. When people ask me how to establish a pattern of preparedness, it's the same, or should I say it's the basis for also avoiding burning out. And there's three parts to it. And as a matter of fact, when I was walking in here getting ready to shoot it, my wife asked me what I was going to shoot this time, and I told her, and she added something that I actually wasn't going to add, that I hadn't thought about, and it's probably one of the most important, and you'll understand that in a minute. When people ask me about this, the importance of preparing and how to think about it, I tell them three things. First off, look at the people who are around you that you love. Look at the people who depend on you. Look at the people that you're responsible for. And think, take a long minute and concentrate. How do you feel about them? How much do you love them? What would you do for them? What wouldn't you do for them? And the answer is you'd do anything, right? The next step is take a look at the world around you. What's going on? You could look at the confusion throughout the world. You see what's going on in the world. You see what's going on in our own country. And you see the fickleness of the economy at times. You see the terrorist attacks or the floods in the Midwest. You see all sorts of things that present threats. Okay, it's why you carry insurance, right? It's why you have life insurance. It's why you have your homeowner's insurance. It's why you have your car insurance. This is why you prep. Okay, and so when you look at the people that you love, and you look at the uncertainty of the world around you, and you realize that you are the one who's responsible for maintaining their security. And then do this. Imagine them. Think about them. Think about their faces. Put their faces in your mind in a world that has collapsed around you. Imagine them going through a starvation. Imagine them not having anything to eat. Now, this is not meant to try to capitalize on emotion. This is capitalizing on responsibility. And imagine them in that position, and then realize that you are the one that is making the decision whether they will ever have to experience that or not. And then you determine to do something every day. You make it a pattern that you do something every day that will ensure that those people that you love will never have to go through that. And that's really all it takes. There's nothing more than that. You have to accept, you have to understand that bad things happen in this world. You have to realize that it's your position, your responsibility, whether you're the father, the mother, the husband, the wife, whoever in your family. is the one who has come to realize the importance of this, that it's your responsibility to do it, and that now is the time that you make that decision. What you do now is going to determine what they experience in the future. Now, the thing that my wife told me when I was walking through the family room on the way up here, she said, "What are you going to film today?" And I said, how to avoid burnout. And she said, "Get your family involved." And I had really not thought of that, but that is the truth. Now, when I started really kind of sharing this with my wife years ago, I think that she, at first, just kind of, I won't say feigned interest, but she became interested simply because she knew it was my interest. Through the years, she has come to understand, and really, she has the mind of a master prepper. She thinks of things that I am amazed at, that some of the most experienced preparedness planners have not thought of, and it just seems to come naturally to her. But she is a driving force of that. And as a partner, when you have a partner like that, it makes everything not just easier, but more enjoyable. It becomes a lifestyle. Our entire family is like that. My kids, I have 3 kids. I won't say much more about them than that, but they are all attuned into this, and as a result, it becomes a family affair. All of my kids could recite the rules to gun safety by the time they were 6. Okay, they know the rules of survival. They have go bags that they take with them when we go on trips, and they're always surprising me with ideas that they've had. When it becomes an activity that's not only enjoyed but appreciated and understood by the different members of your family, there's no burnout that's going to come, because it's something that adds to your life, not detracts from it. And that's another thing that has to go into this this kind of formula, is that your preparedness lifestyle, your preparedness mindset, has to be something that adds to your life, adds to the quality of each of your days, not detracts from it. It can't be done out of fear. It can't be a roller coaster. It shouldn't be a roller coaster. It can't be based on emotion. It has to be based on responsibility. So that's my take on it, and that's my advice for people just now starting out and trying to find a pattern to get into this. And that's also my advice for those people who have said that they've occasionally experienced burnout. And that is, if you're doing it for the right reason, if you're not doing it out of fear but out of responsibility, if you're doing it because you love those people in your life and you accept the responsibility for being a caretaker of them, you will never burn out, because your love won't burn out and your feeling of responsibility won't burn out. And that's really all you need. So that's going to do it for this one, and thanks for being here. I realized somebody said, I don't have a cool tactical sounding exit line on this. So I should probably figure something out. They said, "You always say bye-bye." Well, that's kind of what I say, but I'll try to work on that and get a cool tactical sign-off here maybe next time. So thank you for being here, and have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.